Alright, so the next thing we got to do is we got to get the ECU a VSS signal because the automatic harness doesn't have it. So that's going to be on connector A, which is the gray connector here in number 18. So if you look here on the second row, fourth from the right, it's hard to see, but you can kind of see down there, it's hollow. So that's where it's got to go. Now, with the automatic harness, we have two choices. We can take this one here, number 7 or 15. So these feed into the automatic harness plug, which is right here. So this blue wire on the far right middle there, that blue wire is connector C15. And then number 7 in the top right is the white-red wire. That's connector C7. So these feed these two here. So these two come on the automatic harness. I don't know what the names of these plugs, but these plug in perfectly into the VSS, the speed sensor, whatever it's called. So I've already labeled them here. So that one actually went into, it mates into a pin on the harness, and then this mates into another one. So that's the power wire. And then I've depinned the ground wire over there. I'll show you in a second. But you have your pick, so you can take either of these. The blue wire I think is a bit longer than this one, but anyways, you can take either or. So what you're going to do is depin that over here, and then put that into number 18 on the gray plug. So you put that into 18. Make sure you're using the right connector for whatever one you use. Doesn't matter. I'm just showing you both options. But let's say we take the black connector, which is the blue wire. So the black connector uses the blue wire. The blue connector uses the white and red wire, which is number 7. So if we take this one here, I'm going to use, for example, I'm going to depin this over there. I'm going to take this blue wire and put that blue wire into here, and then I'm going to trace it back up through here, and then this is the ground wire for it that I pulled out. So I'm gonna put that back in there. I depinned it because I wanted to separate all the wires. So I'm gonna put that back in, and it should be good to go. The other thing that I did by accident, and I got to resolder this wire in now, is that this wire here, this yellow-blue wire, is actually in here, and that's your power wire. But I cut it by accident, so I got to take the tape off here, resolder that back in. But that's the power supply for the sensor. So yeah, so I just got to route that wire back up, which I should have cut at the start of it, but it's my first time doing this. And then run that back up. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong wire. We're going to use the black sensor. Sorry, let's do that again. So I cut both of these wires by accident. These are both the power wires. So if we're using the black sensor, sorry to back up, I messed up there. So we're going to depin the blue wire off of that harness there, the blue wire from this automatic, it's called the C connector. Yep. So we're going to depin the C wire, C15, which is this blue wire right here. So depin that. We're going to take that wire, bring it over here, and then this wire I cut by accident. but that is the power wire for that sensor, and it's a 5-volt wire, and I cut it by accident because I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm going to resolder that back on there. I might actually cut it there and maybe leave that, but I don't know what I'm going to do there. But I got to get this attached here, so I'll probably just cut it there and solder it in like this, or maybe solder it in up here to give it a little bit extra length, and then connect this ground wire back to the sensor, and it'll be good to go. So that'll feed the VSS.